So I'm actually a national coach with ICC, Eisenhower Coaching and Consulting. We as a company coach some of the largest brokerages and teams in North America. And it's a pleasure to be a part of Brian's company and a piece of his success and giving back to the industry and really helping out people. People really like real applicable strategies and things that they can take away to help their business.
Hi, I'm Noelle with today's Brew, where top producing real estate agents and coaches share their tips and tricks on taking more listings, making more money, and having fun doing it. On today's episode, we welcome Howie Boeve. Howie, how are you?
Hi, Noelle. Great. Super excited to join you today.
I'm really glad to have you on. So Howie's been in the business for 30 years. So we know that he knows what he's talking about and has a lot of wonderful things to encourage agents that might have stumbled a little bit at the close of the year and are trying to make 2025 more successful for themselves. Howie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so started in 94 when I was fairly young. I'm 55, so I was 25. And been with multiple brokerages. I actually opened up our own brokerage in January of 2018. I've been with national franchises, but I've also been with local, large local independent brokerages over the years. And still 30 years in, still love what I do. Transitioned more into giving back and helping other agents to succeed, to help them to basically make more money and work less hours. So
Yes.
and that really has brought me a lot of joy.
Well, good. So does this mean that you have moved into more of a coaching role?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So where are you coaching at?
So I'm actually a national coach with ICC, Eisenhower Coaching and Consulting. We as a company coach some of the largest brokerages and teams in North America. And it's just a pleasure to be a part of Brian's company and a piece of his success and giving back to the industry and really helping out people. People really like real applicable strategies and things that they can take away to help their business.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this. Why do you think the failure rate is so high in real estate?
Yeah. So, obviously, the NAR statistics, right? 87% of new agents that get in the business, within the first 2 years are back out. I honestly, my opinion is this. All of your brokerages today, I believe, are all just about the numbers. I mean, I really feel like the industry as a whole, NAR is just about the numbers. How many more people can we get paying dues? Your local association, brokers, and this whole thought process of brokers per real estate license law. Brokers are to supervise, train, mentor their agents. In my 30 years has gotten worse and worse and worse. They're not doing it. And the statistics show it. In 2018, NAR came out with a new class called Committed to Excellence to say, hey, we need brokers to step up their game and do a better job of, mentoring, training, supervising their agents. Our local association came out with a program, broker class called Masters of Brokerage Principles to do the same thing. And what's interesting in that first class, we had a gentleman speak from Pearl Insurance Agency. Pearl is a national provider of errors and omissions insurance for realtors. And so they have 50 states with clients in all 50 states. And he shared a statistic in 2018 that 10 years previous, 2008, their statistics show that one in every 14 realtors in their career will have a lawsuit liability claim against them. Fast forward 10 years to 2018, that number now is 1 in 5.
Whoa.
And the number one reason is
lack of training,
complacency due to lack of supervision. But you look at all these large brokerages expanding, Keller Williams, EXP, Epic, even your nationally, like there is no training and supervision. And unfortunately, the broker isn't necessarily held accountable to it because Lara is the one, your licensing department is the one that holds them accountable. So and that's a long answer to your question.
It's okay.
But the why is agents get in the business and they really don't know what to do. We're an industry that makes it look glorious, right? Look at me, I'm on a boat, I'm in real estate.
Yeah.
But
before I was already underwater.
But that was the problem, right?
Yeah,
so then she went back to her spouse and said, "Hey, I found a great place." Her spouse wouldn't let them do it because they already wasted all kinds of money over 9 months.
Yeah, because you have your dues. You have a lot of bills. I mean, this time of year is rough on if you haven't planned accordingly and you haven't prepared yourself and worked and treated your business like a real business, which I kind of want to talk a little bit about that because I did a little bit of research on you. And I know you mentioned you started your brokerage in 2018 and now you have a team, right?
So we're a hybrid between a traditional brokerage and a team. We call ourselves a team ridge.
Okay. So, but you have some standards, right? For hiring agents to work alongside of you, correct? It's not just, hey, I'm going to take anybody who's going to sit around, but you have people, don't they have requirements?
So we do. Yep. So we're not interested in just somebody with a pulse that will write us a check every month, right? Yeah. Like we tell people we're interviewing saying we're looking for career-minded people that truly want to be skilled professionals in their industries, okay? Mm-hmm. That can serve the client at a level that client is going to be excited to go tell a friend and family about. Mm-hmm. That is educated well above the norm, if there is a norm, of a real estate agent, so that clients can really make a wise decision. Like, here's these different options, here's the pros and cons, what best fits you and your family, and let me help you make a wise decision. And we have a production standard too. Like, if you're going to join us, you have to be producing at least 15 closings a year minimum, because we feel like that's you're doing enough transactions that you're out there with your finger on the pulse, mm-hmm. understanding what's going on, and you're you know what you're doing. So yeah,
like you said, you're educated. You can guide somebody confidently, and you're not worried about that agent being sued, like you just gave us the numbers for, or yourself being sued because this agent misrepresented their client simply not knowing what they're doing.
Yep. Yeah, and shame on the industry as a whole, right? Like, the bar of entry is so low. You take an online class. The class teaches you one thing, how to pass the test, and then voila, you're the expert.
Oh yeah, no, the joke that's always been like a joke. That's a laugh. Like, once you pass it, you're like, well, you're not even going to use 80% of it. You're never even going to hear about it. Now, no. I actually had some not funny, but some interesting transactions right in the first year of me getting into real estate that other agents were like, that would probably never happen in a lifetime, or definitely not the first year. So you learn very quickly.
You were baptized by fire, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. It was interesting, to say the least. Uh-huh. But that's a little bit about real estate. I mean, if it's going smoothly, mm-hmm. you're probably not working a lot, because there's definitely going to be some mishaps and some crazy stories, and not everything is perfect. You can't control it all, right?
You can't. I mean, I think at the end of the day, the best analogy we've ever said to a client is, hey, I'm your pilot. You're in first class. We're going to get you to your destinations, but there is no guarantee we're not going to run into some turbulence along the way.
Exactly. That's a really good way to say it, because I do remind my clients, I'm like, things are going to seem like, if you're working on the buyer side and you're having to, oh no, everything's great, everything's smooth, everything's wonderful with the lender. And I'm like, I know, but just be prepared. They are going to call you 900 more times and ask for a bunch of more things. And when they are asking for, the underwriter is asking for these things 48 hours before closing, don't freak out. Don't panic. Just be prepared, because this is happening everywhere, every day. But it's your biggest purchase of your life, really, and it is stressful. I've bought 3 homes of my own, and it's like, I do always think, even as an agent, I'm like, well, why are they asking me for this now? Like, why didn't they ask me for this 25 days ago. You
Yep.
have to remember everyone's doing a lot of business.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to, all right. So you talked about your standards, and now how about prospecting? What are your agents doing? Are they picking up the phone?
Yeah, if you want to get hit by a car, you got to go play in the street.
Yep. So you have them calling expireds and FSBOs and working with scripts, yes?
So we do our business model being a team ridge is we have what's called a 50-50 matching standard. So 50% of our agents' business comes from company generated customers, not just leads. So we're generating the lead, and then we are converting that lead with our concierge team into a customer where we're verifying information, we're verifying their what and their why and their when, and then that team is scheduling appointments with our agents to actually meet, to look at a house, do a market analysis, do just a discovery meeting, whatever it is, right? That's 50%, and the 50% is on the agent to develop their sphere. Now there are definite scripts and things, best practice that aren't just Howie's ideas. Howie's learned them from hundreds of years ago, right? That work to generate business from your sphere, you can grow your sphere from expireds, from FSBOs. We do a fair amount of circle prospecting strategies to generate new listing opportunities, to networking groups, there's different things we help our agents with to grow their sphere. Yes.
Absolutely. So if you are a newer agent and you don't have past clients, or you don't have many of them, how can you assist an agent in broadening and widening their sphere where they might not actually know that these are people they could reach out to? Who should people be calling?
Yeah, great question, Noelle. I think a couple of things. So when when an agent joins a team ridge, let's say they're brand new to the industry, they are able to lean into the we part about what we do. Okay. And so what that means is, even though they don't have any sold listings, any historical data, any experiences, they can talk the track of, well, hey, Noelle, this is what we have done as a company. This is what we just did for this buyer. This is what we were able to get this seller when this other agent didn't get it sold, right? The success stories and the strategies is a we. So that really helps give them credibility and begin to build, even just with their sphere, credibility for that sphere to go, well, that's different, right? Like, you're brand new to the industry, but you know so much more and you have strategies and help. So that's number one in growing your sphere. Number two would be a strategy called Triangle Trust. So there's obviously all kinds of people that you know. So give me a name of a good friend of yours.
Catherine.
Okay. Catherine knows you, likes you, trusts you. You know her, like her, trust her. But Catherine knows all kinds of people that you don't know.
Yep.
Right?
Catherine does.
Yes. So to grow your database, right, you're first sitting down with Catherine saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is my value proposition. This is what makes me unique and can really make an impact and a difference for buyers. For example, we just did this. Right? Like really make sure Catherine understands, holy cow, Noelle, you really do have a value that buyers and sellers need to hear about. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you get to pivot to, yes, could you please, I want to share these strategies and solutions and helpful hints in real estate with other people that you know and care about. Can you connect me with some people that I don't know that you have a good relationship with and help me grow my database?
And how often should agents be doing that?
Growing their database?
Well, reaching out to friends like Catherine, or another coworker of Catherine's, or your dentist. How often should we be following up and embedding it in their brain?
Yeah, good question. So part of that depends on your income goal. So if your income goal is lower, it's just a numbers game, right? It's less people you need in the database. Does that make sense, right?
Yeah.
But if you have a big, audacious, hairy goal, BHAG, big hairy. Well, we won't go there. Anyway, then you need more people in your database, right? It's just a numbers game. So it depends on, but at bare minimum, your relationships that you have, you should have a very specific nurture campaign where they are regularly hearing from you, because availability trumps ability, right? I'm here again. Just thought I'd say happy Thanksgiving. I just thought I'd say happy 4th of July. I just, whatever it is, you have to have a consistent, most realtors don't know what that word is, but consistent
program, schedule, something. Yeah. Yes. We know what you're talking about. All right. So if you were to say some good habits for success for real estate agents, can you name like your top 3?
Yeah, I mean, it's all wrapped around business generation and business conversion.
Okay.
And if a habit to develop is to build out your calendar with 80% of your time being spent in business generation and business conversion, and actually follow your calendar, do what it says you should do. Like that is your CEO. That's your boss, right? Like Absolutely. Right now, I got to be on this call with you. After this, I have another call. After this, I've got time to call and do my listing update videos. And you know what I mean? Like I've got my calendar filled out to make sure I am very productive. I'm not reactive, but I'm proactive to moving the needle for my business. I think that's a big problem. Many real estate agents have this need to be needed, and excuse me, so they're calling me. I got and that's not the case. So
it's ego, yeah. So 30 years in the business, and you were in Michigan, yes?
Correct.
What part of Michigan?
Grand Rapids.
Okay. So what was your goal for 2024, transaction-wise?
Yeah, we had a WIG goal. Well, the important goal, WIG, that's what we call a WIG, of 150 transactions.
Okay. And are you on track?
We are.
Yay. Awesome. Congratulations. And what percentage of that is listings?
I believe our listings was 42% this year.
Really? So you have you work with a handful of buyers then?
And I personally don't, but our team does. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And I'm not even going to get into the lawsuit, because I think if everyone's doing their job, then business as usual, right?
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's actually kind of silly, because if you're a skilled professional, like you're still having the real conversation. Here's how it works. Here's what the lawsuit meant. All it means is we can't publish it, but we can offer it.
Yeah, exactly. I actually thought that it just made it easier. That was my opinion. That was my opinion. I felt like it made the conversation easier because, well, surprisingly enough, most people don't even know what it is anyways. But of course you ask, are you aware? And then you do exactly what you just said. Well, we're still going to offer compensation, right? I think there's way too much drama in the media about it. And even outside of the media, when you get on Facebook, you see all these mastermind groups and I don't even know how legit these mastermind groups are, that they're targeting you because they know we're agents, they know we're in the business, and they have these conversations on here. And I have to wonder how valid they are, because people will be saying what they are hearing from buyers, and the buyers, well, I don't even want to see any house that doesn't offer you your commission. And I'm like, really? Is this real statement? Like, are we just stirring the pot? Well, thank you so much for coming on today. And if anybody wants to reach out for some coaching or just to send you business through a referral, how can we do that?
Yeah, you can go check out our website, bprealtypro.com, or you can email me, Howie at bprealtypro.com.
Thank you so much.
Do I have time for one more thing, or?
Absolutely.
Okay. My other words of advice for real estate agents, whether you're brand new thinking of getting into it or been in the business a while, we've become way too commission split sensitive. The focus has become, well, if it's the cheapest or the most expensive split, or what, like if I'm getting most, I'm going to make the most amount of money. And the analogy I'll give you that I want to share with agents across the country is this. If I were to give you $1 million, Noelle,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, you're going to go invest that. Are you going to invest that with the investment firm that just has the lowest fees, but there is really no return on that investment?
Mm-mm.
Or are
No.
you going to invest that with the firm that their fees could be more, but they have a plan to give me a return on my investment?
Quality over quantity in a nutshell, kind of, sort of. Yeah.
Well, it's the return on investment, right? So same thing in real estate, right? Like
Mhm.
all of these large EXPs, and it's twofold. We're the cheapest, but it's also the pie in the sky pyramid scheme, right?
Mhm.
But the money you're spending, like I'll ask, I don't care what it is, if it's $8,000, $5,000, $2,000, $10,000, what are you getting in return for that? Like, what is the return on your investment that truly helps you to make
Mhm.
more money and work less hours? Those are the questions you got to be asking.
Absolutely. And I never really, I mean, as far as you're talking about, if you're on like a 75-25, 80-20 split, it doesn't really matter if you're going to cap, right?
100%. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I always say. I'm like, well, it doesn't matter. I mean, I guess it only matters if you're not going to cap and this is a part-time job for you and you want to
Correct.
keep the most money. But if you're coming in this and treating it like we are speaking to many agents on this show that
Yep.
want this to be 25, 50, 150 transactions a year. They want to support their family. They want to be able to take their family on trips and have the weekends off and pay for colleges. That doesn't matter because they're going to cap.
It doesn't. And so, but the return financially is one piece that you're talking about, but I'm also
Yeah.
talking about the return in the education and training of strategies and solutions.
Mhm.
Like we have a way that has helped multiple first-time home buyers, okay, compete against multiple offers. We just put one together yesterday where a first-time home buyer competed against 19 other offers. Her offer got accepted. Get a load of this, Noelle. Her offer got accepted, but she paid $26,000 less than what the house appraised for.
Way to go. Good agent. Good agent.
Right. So,
Yeah.
but if you can come to the plate now, you have a strategy that helps first-time home buyers.
Mhm.
You're not going to. How many offers are you going to write?
Not a lot.
One
Yeah.
versus
Yeah,
6 or 8 or
19
10.
offers, man. You still have 19 offers going on out there.
Yeah, but that's the thing. The return on investment can be, here's something that's going to save you a whole lot of time.
Yeah.
Right? Time is money.
Time is money. You are right. Thank you so much, Howie.
Thank you, Noelle. Take care.